Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. This is one more evening of fortune and grace that we have been able to offer the Nama lotuses at the lotus feet of Bhagwan with deep gratitude. For this can be no small grace. Today, we shall go through one more Leela of Bhagwan, where of course every Leela that we come to hear about or that has happened to us ourselves has something to learn from, has something to show the greatness and glory of Bhagwan's very life, his message and his Nama. Now, I've been saying again and again, we go through the miracles, which may sound so ordinary to some people, that instead of talking about consciousness, pure awareness, Advaita, Ma is talking only about the miracles which any and every Mahatma does in some way or the other. What is so big about it? Now I see that every Leela tells you how Yogi Ramsuratkumar rushes to our rescue every time we call out to him. Whether we have seen him or not, whether we are devoted to him or not, we are merely friends. Bhagwan often said, it's not that people should think of this beggar as Sri Rama and then pray. Even if people should think of this beggar as a mere friend, and when they call out the name, this beggar would rush there to help them. So, even to a friend who does not think of him as God or God-man, at the mere calling out, he rushes to help. Let us remember this. Now here is an episode. Shrimati Vidya, she is from Ernakulam. She has written about one of her experiences, which I think has deep meaning. She says that she was chanting the name of Bhagwan only from, say, for the past few years, not before that, not when Bhagwan lived in the body. When she used to come to Tiruvannamalai to stay with her parents for 2 months, holidays, she never sought to have darshan of Bhagwan. She did not even know. So she missed Bhagwan's darshan altogether. But after she began to chant his name and things began to happen like magic, she was regretting very deeply. Bhagwan, I have not seen you when you were in the body, and I had been here to Tiruvannamalai for 2 months, and yet I never made an effort to see you. I didn't even know you. Now how will I ever see you? Now that you are gone, when can I see you? The longing began to take a deep root in her, and she kept on chanting the name and longing for his darshan. One day, she also said she picked up Bhagwan's Nama after listening to the Nama Sankirtan that's being broadcast every day from the ashram and following the satsangs. Now, one day, she was as usual longing for it and then went to sleep. That day, early morning, she had a dream. She was standing there in the Pradhan Mandir on the ladies' side in a line. It was time for Arati. Every day Vidya has the habit of keeping the alarm at 5:50 when the Arati would start at the ashram. So that day it was much earlier than 5:50, and in the dream she was standing on the ladies' side and there were men on the men's side. In the middle, I had taken the Arati plate, probably to give it to somebody, because every day I asked someone else, someone or the other, to do it. So I had taken the Arati plate in my hand. I was about to light it. She said, to her great horror and dismay of all the people, the lights went off. The whole ashram plunged into darkness. Nobody could see the Murti. She felt terrible about it. And then suddenly she saw a flood of white light in the place where Bhagwan's Murti is today. And what was more, in the flood of that white light, Bhagwan was standing there in all his human glory. He had this green turban tied carelessly on his head. He had the same panchakacham, the dhoti, the kurta, and the shawls, very much the way he looked when he lived the body. And then she was thrilled to see Bhagwan there appearing in the flood of light. And to her extra delight, Bhagwan bent down and he lighted the lamp. The Arati lamp was lighted by Bhagwan. As soon as he lighted it, the whole ashram now was flooded with light. And she began to feel the ecstatic waves going through her, one after the other. She was trembling with a joy hitherto unknown to her. And then as soon as he lighted, and the whole ashram was flooded with light, Bhagwan disappeared. And once again, he stood there as his Archavatara Murti. And she was still soaked in that ecstasy when the alarm clock went off. And that's when she woke up and found out it was only a dream. But was it only a dream? Because she was still in waves and waves of ecstasy. Her whole body was trembling with the joy. She was drunk with the bliss of Bhagwan's appearance and the flood of light that followed. For a minute, she could not accept it as a dream. She had heard me several times in my satsang, my declaring that if Bhagwan appeared in your dreams, know that it is real and it's no dream. Because Bhagwan himself said to me, some of the communications that he could not make on the physical level, he would do so in the astral level, meaning the dream level. So then she knew immediately, because she was longing so much for his darshan day after day after day, and that when she stood before Bhagwan for the arati, deliberately, for a second there was only darkness, pitch darkness, and then in a fraction of a second, the flood of light and Bhagwan, and then his lighting the lamp, and then the whole ashram was glowing in his light of wisdom, in his tejas, the tejas of supreme knowledge, supreme peace, supreme bliss. So she understood that it was no dream and that Bhagwan really appeared and appeased her longing. This is very significant because it's a message given by Bhagwan to her, and very aptly at that. There are many times when our whole life seems to be plunged in utter pitch darkness, where you cannot see even the relatives around. You cannot see even your own self. There is only darkness and darkness and darkness, and you wouldn't know what to do, where to go. There is no way out of this darkness. And then you call out Yogi Ramsuratkumar, then there's a flood of light and Yogiji appearing with his stretched hand to help, to bless us with all that we need. So let us remember, because this may be a vision to her, this may be a dream to her, but it's also truth. The truth of everybody's life. Sometimes you are pushed over the edge and you are on the verge of utter helplessness. And suddenly the divine help takes over. And then everything changes dramatically, one after the other. So it is also very important that you keep chanting the name and longing for darshan of Bhagwan, for his help, for his guidance, for his protection, for your dissolution in him. Then one day our whole life would be flooded with his light. So whenever we are surrounded by darkness, the darkness of Kali Yuga, the darkness of mental agony, the darkness of physical extreme pain, there are varieties of darknesses. And if you light the Mani Deep, the diya, the lamp of Nama on your tongue, all the darkness that has accumulated over the janmas, over the births, will be gone in a fraction of a second. And the outside darkness too. We know if there is a room filled with darkness for thousands of years, and the minute you open and light a lamp, there will be no trace of darkness there. In a fraction of a second, the darkness that persisted for thousands of years would disappear. So also, the darkness that is inside us and the darkness that we find outside, both would be gone if we keep the lamp of inspiration, the lamp of Nama, burning all the time on our tongue. We shall now offer our today's prayer. Bhagwan, this is Kali Yuga, it's a dark age. So there is only violence, disturbances, everywhere in some form or the other, chaos, disharmony. And what is more, now the war. We beg you again and again and again, crores of times, for your immediate divine intervention to dispel this darkness and light the lamp of peace, harmony, order, and brotherhood. We also beg you to uproot all the negativities of the human mind that are responsible for this Kali Yuga. And Bhagwan, we also beg you to reach out to all those people who have been suffering in various ways, in various places, and do the needful for them. Help them with the basic necessities. We also beg you to protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the sake of the others. We beg you again for a boost to our economy, and we pray in all intensity, in all earnestness, in all sincerity, for the unbroken remembrance of your name, your Divya Mangala Nama, your auspicious, empowered, divine Nama. Not a single Nama goes waste. And this Nama will light up our entire life, both inside and outside us. Bhagwan, we also beg you to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands so that we could run our everyday life as an offering to you. Please bless us not to be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek the ultimate state of bliss, which is possible only when the mind is purified. We take refuge in your Nama and Seva so that we will be free from the darkness of our mind, and we will be able to feel your living, vibrant, effulgent presence in everything, everywhere. And Bhagwan, please enable us to see your sankalpa, your will behind all the happenings of life, and more importantly, to see the hidden grace, even in the most disastrous experiences of life. Every adversity that happens because of our some past bad karma also carries the lamp of a blessing from Bhagwan, which pushes us in our state of utter helplessness towards the divine, and the whole thing will turn into a blessing. It happens in the first place because it's necessary for our spiritual growth. So let us look upon every adversity as a blessing in disguise, meant for our spiritual growth. And so be grateful to Bhagwan for that. And Bhagwan, we also beg you for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we take refuge in your Nama and Seva in order to be free from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, in order to be free from the tyranny of ego, so that we be blessed with eternal living, with vibrant, effulgent living, awareness from eternity to eternity. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.